NubsGang roll.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jeb of the NubsGang here, playing some more Lord of the Rings War in the North. Unfortunately, we are in Rivendell. Well, not unfortunately, but unfortunately I lost some footage coming into Rivendell. After we left the Barrow White Lord's tomb, we came to Rivendell and got about 11 minutes of footage, which I have lost. Gandalf was there, so was Aragorn. Aragorn gave us kind of a quest to look into the Edamours. There's some trolls or some shenanigans going on over there. I don't even remember fully myself. I've been sick and haven't filmed in quite a while. But since I do film these ahead of time, you probably won't notice that. But that's fine because we're in Rivendell. This place looks absolutely amazing. This looks just like the movies version, and I haven't got to explore the movies version in a video game before. Besides maybe like Lord of the Rings again, but it's not as accurate. And I think I see Legolas over here. Maybe we can get some new quests before we head on our way.
Pardon my curiosity, but you don't appear to be one of Elrond's people.
No, I am one of the woodland folk of Mirkwood. My name is Legolas Greenleaf, the son of Thranduil, king of the woodland realm. But I too am curious. You don't appear to be one of the men of Dale, nor one of the Beornings.
I'm Eridan, one of the Rangers of the North, the Dunedain.
Ah, one of those who follow Aragorn, son of Arathorn.
Tell me about Mirkwood.
Mirkwood is the greatest woodland in all of Middle-earth. It was called Greenwood the Great, before the shadow of Sauron fell over it. In ages past, it was a place of great beauty. But now, it is filled with darkness and dread, save only in the north where my father's realm is maintained.
What brought you on such a long and perilous journey?
Unpleasant business. My father sent me to report the escape of Gollum, a creature Aragorn had entrusted to our care.
Ah.
What can you tell me about this Gollum?
A pathetic creature who long held the Ring of Power. The evil of the ring has left him twisted and tormented. His only thought is to recover what was taken from him.
Right. Are we going to see Gollum in this game, maybe?
How did Gollum manage to escape your guard?
Not from a lack of watchfulness, but perhaps from too much kindness. We occasionally allowed Gollum to go about the wood under close guard. But on one of these ventures, the guards were attacked by orcs from Dol Guldur. In the confusion, Gollum escaped. We followed his tracks southward for many leagues, until it drew near to Dol Guldur. There, it became too dangerous to pursue him any further.
Dang it. Legolas is like a lore book over here. We got so many questions to ask. I would imagine, as a ranger of the north, I should know these things, but I'm going to ask him anyways.
What is this place, Dol Guldur?
A stronghold of the enemy in the south of Mirkwood. It was once the dwelling of the Dark Lord, until he was driven out in the year of the dragon's fall. But it has once again become a place of great evil. All the darkness that besets Mirkwood has its source in Dol Guldur.
We know for a fact he will not be returning soon, but he might think he is because he doesn't really know about the ring, and the Council of Elrond hasn't happened yet. Unless it did.
Will you be departing for your home soon?
No. I have been chosen to represent Elvenkind among the Company of the Ring. I will be accompanying the halfling, Frodo Baggins, on his journey south.
The voice actor for Legolas is clearly trying to imitate Orlando Bloom, but you can tell it's not him.
It seems strange that with so many elves in his own household to consider, Elrond chose to make you a member of the Fellowship.
I asked for the privilege, and Elrond did not refuse me. I feel he may have been relieved not to lose any of his household to this quest. He will have need of all his strength, should the enemy move against Imladris.
I am curious why you would volunteer for this.
Partially to make amends for the loss of Gollum, but more so because this will be the final chapter in our long struggle against the darkness. And I wish to have a hand in our final victory. Or at least, to stand in the forefront of our last act of defiance.
This is probably the most Legolas has talked in any of the trilogy, if I'm being honest with you. This is quite the conversation we're having here.
May fortune favor your fellowship in the days ahead, Legolas.
He's got a lot in his mind, a lot we never really got to hear, so that's cool. I'm sure all of the Fellowship is here, and we can talk to all of them. This episode is probably going to be a lot of lore and exploration of Rivendell. I don't think we're going to be doing any fighting this time around, but you know what? That's fun. It's good to take a little break. Now, that is a smith, if I've seen one, and I think we have a quest regarding some ancient metal we found. Maybe he can make something really nice for us here.
Welcome, Eridan. I suspected you would find your way here before long.
This has got to be the ugliest looking elf I've ever seen.
You know my name, yet I do not believe we have met.
News travels swiftly in this household. I suspect everyone in Imladris has heard of your exploits by now. But such adventures are often hard on one's weapons and armor. Perhaps you have need of my services?
What are you making first?
What task are you working at now?
My fellow smiths and I are preparing for a great work. Soon we will be called upon to reforge the legendary sword Narsil. In the meantime, I've been sharpening my skills by practicing the art of imbuing gemstones.
Oh. So, even though we're following the cinematic version of Rivendell, we are still following the book somewhat, because Narsil was not created in the movies until the third movie, but it was created in the book before Aragorn set out. Or Aragorn's. Apologies.
What can you tell me of this sword, Narsil?
Narsil was the sword of Elendil, a mighty lord of the Dunedain who defied the Dark Lord in the War of the Lost Alliance. He bore the sword in battle against Sauron, but he was slain and the sword was broken. Since that time, the shards of the sword have been an heirloom of the House of Elendil. It was to remain broken until the day when an heir of Elendil would go to war to reclaim the crown and title of king. That day will come soon, and the sword must be made whole once again.
How do these people not judge us for not knowing anything about Middle-earth? You know? I appreciate their kindness.
What do you mean by imbuing?
Simply that certain objects have inherent virtues, and a skilled artisan can, through his craft, increase those virtues and bind them to an object for advantage. Gemstones are very strong vessels for this process. Sadly, appropriate gemstones have become difficult to find. The growing trouble throughout the land keeps travelers away, and our own people are staying closer to home.
Ah, I sense a quest.
Perhaps I can help you with that. I will be traveling soon.
I would be pleased to have your help. I will provide you with a list of the types of gemstones that are of the greatest value to me. If you collect the stones, I am certain I could create something that you would find useful. But to be of use, the gemstones must be of the highest quality. Fortunately, we have as a guest a dwarf of the Lonely Mountain. Glóin is his name, and he is skilled in the appraisal of gems of all sorts. Once you have gathered the stones, allow him to examine them. He'll know if they are suitable.
That's interesting. So I thought Gimli's father was called Glóin, not Glóin. It's the second time I've heard that. Okay, I don't think I need repairs. I did find these items.
I have gathered a few artifacts of interest on my travels. I believe you might be able to help me with them.
Ah, these are work of Westernese, the lost land of Númenor. The men who forged these items were skilled indeed. You have the makings of a unique weapon here. Although these components were never part of a single work, I believe you have assembled everything I would need to make it so. The finished weapon would undoubtedly carry some elven qualities.
What do you mean by that?
Only that with a work such as this, the finished product is liable to reflect the nature of the smith who assembles it. If, for example, a dwarven smith were to complete this weapon, it might possess quite different qualities from the weapon I would create.
You don't say, dummy. All right, well, elves are supposed to be the best smiths of all time, so I want him to do it.
I would be pleased if you would undertake this task.
Very good. I will get started at once.
Oh, interesting.
There, it is finished.
Whoa.
May this serve you well, my friend.
That guy is quick. He's taking him forever to do Narsil, but he's made mine willy-nilly. Now, I wonder if there's a Dwarven smith in Rivendell, and if we could have asked him to do it. Hence the all awkward conversation there about, oh, it will reflect elven things. Okay, thank you.
You have done my ancestors proud, Angmir. Thank you.
Watch this brand new blade. Oh, we got a choice here. It better be a blade. What else would it be? Watch it be worse than what we have. Okay. More info. Oh, it's one-handed, but it does fire damage. It requires 18 strength, and we're level 12, so we can. Okay. What's my strength? It's got to be over 18. Oh yeah. We could give it to the lady, but fire damage. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Maybe we gotta try out duel. I mean, I'm gonna take the sword. That's not even a question. But it's just. I gotta get used to this game just disappointing me because we get these really awesome weapons, and then another one appears, and another one appears. That looks so stupid. Imagine having all that weight on your hilt there, the cross guard. But it does fire damage. Okay, we gotta find elf stones. I'm assuming that's gonna be in the Etten Moles. Oh, there's Gandalf. Who's singing for us? What a lovely voice. What a lovely day. It is autumn, October the 3rd, if you wanted to know.
Ah, Eredon. It is good of you to seek me out. You have grown into a fine man of the Dunedain. Your recent deeds of valor have proven your worth.
Now, it's obvious that the only voice actor they brought in for this game is Gandalf's, because you cannot forge such a voice. The Eagles could help us. Oh, yes, this is interesting. Everyone always debates, why not just take the Eagles to Mordor? Well, let Gandalf explain.
At Fornost, one of the great eagles came to our aid. Perhaps the eagles could help with the ring.
I don't fault you for thinking along those lines. Why not beg a ride from an eagle, fly far out to the west, and drop the ring into the deepest part of the sea? Such ideas were debated at Elrond's council. But there are many things in the deep waters, and seas and lands may change. We cannot think of our time alone. We must destroy this thing forever.
Yeah, then fly to Mount Doom.
Then have an eagle fly Frodo directly to Mount Doom.
Indeed. So simple as that. You think so mighty a creature as one of the great eagles could simply waft into Mordor and escape the eye that never sleeps? No. Not all the eagles of the Misty Mountains could stand against Sauron and the full power of his ringwraiths. It would be folly. Nor, for that matter, do the great eagles take orders from us.
Thank you for explaining that. Ending the debate once and for all. Okay. The Shire is in danger.
For years I've patrolled the Shire at Aragorn's orders. I worry it may not be safe for me to abandon that duty.
Aragorn knows where you are most needed, Eredon. With the flight of the ring in this direction, the enemy is looking this way, and has forgotten the Shire for now. For now. But eventually his eye will turn once again toward the Shire, as humble as it is. Hobbits as miserable slaves would please him far more than hobbits happy and free. And there is such a thing as malice and revenge. Sauron will leave the final devastation of the Shire to his servant Agendaur. And that is yet another reason why you must find him and put an end to his designs. In opposing Agendaur, you are defending the Shire.
It's going to be kind of awkward when the Scourging of the Shire still happens, isn't it?
The Dunedain kingdom of Arnor fell long ago. There's nothing left in much of the north save ruins. Why would Sauron build a force here?
Sauron seeks dominion over all of Middle-earth. His desire is to order all things as he sees fit. Even were these lands empty from here to the sea, still he would seek to control them. There is power in Rivendell that could stand against him when all others fall, for a time. And this is something Sauron cannot allow.
When first we spoke, you said you recently passed through the Etten Moors. Can you tell me more?
It is a rough and empty land, home to many trolls. I passed through with great haste, for I needed to reach Rivendell as quickly as I could.
And you saw no sign of trolls?
I saw neither trolls nor fresh signs of them, and that disturbs me more than encountering one. I doubt they've all packed up and left. Mindless brute creatures they may be, yet they can be used and driven to even greater wickedness by a strong enough hand. Agendour could well be forming them into an army.
I do not like the sound of that. I hate trolls. They're sponges in this game.
You believe he is mustering the trolls for an attack?
That is my fear. I would gladly be proven wrong, but my heart misgives me that somewhere in the Etenmoors, you will find them gathering and being prepared for war. We must know. Such a force could be sent against Rivendell, perhaps in hopes of capturing the ring.
What is this graphical glitch?
Then I'll gather my friends and scout the moors. We'll learn the truth of the matter.
Cool. Well, it's cool that they brought Gandalf's voice actor back. I feel like he's in all the video games. I mean, it's just iconic, right? You can't have a Lord of the Rings game without Gandalf. Is there any secrets in here, or is this just to look pretty? Because if it's just to look pretty, it's doing its job remarkably well. Aha! Elrond's sons have returned. What is this lady doing? Is she playing the cymbals? Perhaps?
The sun shines and all is fair and peaceful here in Imladris.
Is he crying?
A far cry from the
They're
blood
crying.
and dust of Fornost, is it not? You and your companions did very well there. Indeed, things might have gone badly for us had you not been there. You have earned some time to recover from the toils of battle and hard travel. And I believe you will find no place better for the restoration of body and spirit than this, our home.
I would agree with you. I mean, I do like the Shire, but this is a close second.
How was it you happened to be at Fornost?
We often ride far afield hunting the orcs wherever we may find them. We came upon signs of a large band of goblins making their way from the orc hold of Mount Gram and followed their trail to Fornost, where we lost no time in attacking them.
How was it you happened to be at Fornost?
We often ride far afield hunting the orcs wherever we may find them. We came upon signs of a large band of goblins making their way from the orc hold of Mount Gram and followed their trail to Fornost, where we lost no time in attacking them.
Aragorn frequently travels and fights beside you, does he not?
Yes, we often venture forth in company with the Dunedain, and none more frequently than Aragorn. He was raised here in our household, after all.
Do you know that he likes your sister?
How is it that a man came to be raised here among elves?
It is a tradition for the heirs of Isildur to be fostered in the House of Elrond. We have sheltered all the chieftains of the Dunedain from the time the Northern Kingdom ceased to be down to this present day. Aragorn is the 16th in line from father to son to spend his early years in Imladris. This is one reason why the bond between our two peoples is so strong.
That's kind of creepy if you think about it. Was Arwen alive for all 16 of those generations? Because if so, she's been grooming Aragorn.
Will you tell me more about your family? I know Elrond is your father.
Yes, it was he who established the refuge of Imladris. My brother and I have dwelt here all our lives. Our sister Arwen dwells here as well, although she has spent many years in the company of our grandmother.
Yeah, where is your mother? I've always wondered that.
What of your mother? Does she dwell here also?
Our mother has crossed the sea and left Middle-earth.
Oh.
It is a bitter tale to tell. Many years passed. On a journey across the Misty Mountains, our mother was captured by orcs. We searched the mountains without rest until we found her at last. Our father was able to heal her injuries, but the memory of her torment was too terrible for her to bear. At last she chose to depart for the Undying Lands. Perhaps now you understand why our hatred for the orcs is so great.
So she chose to unalive herself, pretty much, and not be with her family? That's pretty dark.
That is a sad tale. I am sorry to have reminded you.
No, my friend. We have drawn swords together in the same cause. You have earned our trust. We do not wish to keep anything hidden from you. This is the evil that we have pledged our lives to destroy, just as you have.
I wish you luck. Goodbye.
Whoa, hold up. There was another thing here.
The sun shines and
Yeah. Shut up.
indeed things, and I believe.
No.
No, indeed. Only we will travel south seeking
What
for
can I
signs-
find here?
I may be in need of a few things before we set out. Is there anyone I can speak to about that?
If it is provisions or other supplies you need, you should speak with Alari. And if your arms and armor need tending, seek out Angmir. Both of them may be found nearby.
Okay.
I must
That's
prepare
all I
for my-
wanted to know. I've talked to the blacksmith clearly. I mean, have you seen my sword? Come on. What in the world? Can you imagine eating here? Oh my gosh. It's so pretty. It's so beautiful. Oh, there's Glow. Is that Gimli or Glowin? Who are you? Oh, that is Gimli. I thought so. Now, I was under the impression Gimli was kind of balding. Was I wrong about that? He always wears his helmet.
I thought it rare to find one dwarf so far from home. Yet here is another. If I may say, there's something about you that reminds me of my companion Farin.
Gimli, son of Glowin, at your service. Your eyes serve you well, Ranger. Farin is indeed a kinsman of mine and a most valiant dwarf. And if I may say, your own fame has gone before you. You fought well at Fornost, and I hear much praise of your exploits. Most impressive, though of course you had Farin's help.
I must concede the usefulness of a dwarf in battle. He wields his weapon to good effect, as long as he stays clear of my knees.
Useful? I dare say you'll find him more than useful. Why, he's a hero of the Battle of the Five Armies. Men, elves, and dwarves against orcs and goblins. And many an orc has felt the caress of his axe.
So he's older than Gimli? Really?
Farin said no word of other kin coming to join him. What brings you here to Imladris?
Aye, it's a long march from the halls of Erebor, but grim news goes on swift feet. It was for Bilbo's sake we came, with a warning that the servants of Sauron wished to find him and his ring. Thrice a Black Rider came to the front gate of Erebor, demanding news of Bilbo, and threatens to return once more. Ere that should happen, King Dain sent my father, Glowin, to seek the advice of Elrond. You've heard the results of the council? I see you have. I have sworn to protect Frodo upon his quest, an oath I will fulfill though all the orcs of Middle-earth stand in my way.
Dang, this game is actually teaching me a lot of lore about Lord of the Rings that I was not aware of, such as the Nazgul going to Erebor. Are you serious?
Erebor, the Lonely Mountain. I've heard tales of it. Were you there at the downfall of Smaug?
Sadly, no. I was far to the west in the Blue Mountains where I was born, for my father deemed me too young to join him on Thorin's quest. But once the dragon was destroyed, I hurried with many of my kin to settle there. I've labored some 70 years to restore what was lost and helped build anew the city of Dale from the ruins of the Dragonfire. I've seen the bones of Smaug upon the lake bottom where he fell. Did you know that Bilbo exchanged riddles with the dragon? Now that's a tale he should tell you. We owe much to that fine old hobbit.
Oh yeah, Bilbo's here too. I forgot about that.
You're bold to defy a Nazgul if it was indeed one of the 9 who came to your door.
Not one of the Nazgul, I think, but it was a fell servant all the same, who spoke in a voice like the hissing of snakes. What sort of man can serve the enemy willingly, even gladly, is beyond my understanding. More cruel than any orc he struck me, full of venom and lies.
Your words fit Agandaur well. His cruelty knows no bounds.
Could it be so? Perhaps. It is enough that we will not be deceived by promises from Mordor ever again. The only way the Dark Lord gets his ring back this time is when it's tossed into the fires of Mount Doom.
Do you know Frodo well?
I know only that he is Bilbo's adopted heir, and that he is chosen of his own free will to bear and destroy the ring. That's all I need to know. I'll protect him to my final breath if need be.
That's interesting. I didn't really think about that, but technically Gimli is like a family friend because Bilbo is friends with Glowin. That's so weird to think about. You worry about the north. I guess Erebor is, well, far in the north, of course.
Elrond has asked us to scout the Edenmoors. But what is it that worries you about the north?
I like not what I've heard of this Agandar you drove from Fornost. He could yet cause grief untold. There are rumors of gatherings of orcs, goblins, and other deadly foes growing in strength. When the Dark Lord strikes, there will be more than one land that feels his wrath. I fear for the Shire and Rivendell. It would ease my heart to know that you'll look to the defense of the North for as long as you're needed. With help from Farron, of course.
For my part, you have my word on it. And I have no doubt your trustworthy kinsman and Andriel will stand by my side.
Cool. Very nice. I'm sure if we were the dwarf, we would have a little bit more dialogue there. That must be glowing, and I think this is Frodo, right? Yeah. I wonder if they pulled his actor, and they might have. I feel like he does a lot of these game voiceovers as well. Just look at the view. Oh my gosh. So many waterfalls.
Hello. You are Aradan, aren't you? I was hoping I would get a chance to speak with you.
And you are Frodo Baggins. Aragorn and Gandalf have told me about you. And your burden.
Likewise, they have told me all about you. I wanted to thank you and your friends for all you did to keep us safe on our journey to Rivendell.
I don't think that's Elijah Wood, but he kind of sounds like him.
Will you tell me about your journey here? Clearly, it was not an easy one.
We had trouble almost from the start. The Black Riders were always just behind us, and we nearly met disaster in the Burrow Downs, at Bree, and again at Weathertop.
You entered the Burrow Downs? If you escaped from there, you are made of sterner stuff than I'd imagined. That is no place to go wandering.
You seem to know a great deal about the Burrow Downs already. I'd prefer not to speak about what we found there. It is too horrible to dwell on, even here in the safety of Rivendell.
It's just so surreal playing this game right after I just did the Let's Play of Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, where you're literally playing as Frodo and doing all the things in the book that he's mentioning. That's so cool.
What befell you in Bree? We must have just missed crossing paths there.
There were spies in Bree, and our room was attacked in the night. If Strider hadn't convinced us to sleep elsewhere, our journey would have ended then and there.
I am familiar with the ruin known as Weathertop. What happened there?
We were attacked by 5 of the Black Riders. I was foolish, and I put on the ring. One of them wounded me before Aragorn managed to drive them away. The knife that was used against me left a shard in the wound. From what Gandalf has told me, the fragment was working its way inward. If it had reached my heart, I would have become a wraith under the power of the Black Riders. Fortunately, we were able to reach Rivendell in time for Elrond's healing arts to save me.
See, once again, learning new things. Did not know it was the tip of the dagger towards the heart that would have caused him to be a wraith. We can ask him to show us the ring? Oh, that seems a little sketchy. Are we going to throw down?
It is a little thing, this ring, but filled with mischief. Will you show it to me?
No, I mean, I'm sorry, but Gandalf and Elrond have warned me against revealing the ring to anyone, even proven friends. I hope you understand.
Aw, man, we can't force him to do it? That'd be so funny. Should we be kind? Yeah, let's be kind to the poor guy.
Yes, I believe I do begin to understand. It was wrong of me to ask. Forgive me.
There is nothing to forgive. But the ring, it has a strange effect on everyone around it. It is better for it to remain hidden.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I will leave you to rest. Goodbye.
That makes sense. That is true. Friend of the ring bearer. Look at that. We're getting all the achievements. Okay, Glowin, you look just like the movies actually, you do not look just like it, but you've aged a little bit. Your red hair has gotten gray.
Well met, friend. It's an honor to make the acquaintance of one of Farin's valiant companions. I'm Glowin, son of Growin from the Lonely Mountain.
Growin?
And one of Bilbo's companions in the quest to slay the dragon Smaug. It's an honor to meet such a famous dwarf. I'm Eredon of the Dunedain.
I heard about that business at Sarn Ford, and they say the 3 of you brought down an orc chieftain at Fornost. I expect I'll be hearing of even greater deeds before long. It does my heart good to see a dwarf, an elf, and a man working together again. Reminds me of the old days, it does, when the three kindred fought alongside one another in the Battle of the Five Armies.
Listen, man, I got one question. Why are you so small if your father's growing? You know what I'm saying? The old days, what are you talking about?
Then you approve of Farin's alliance with Andriel and me?
I will speak plainly. I may be less than fond of King Thranduil's wood elves for keeping me in their dungeons, but I've no grudge with any of Elrond's folk.
Yet in the Battle of the Five Armies, it was Thranduil's elves who died alongside men and dwarves in battle.
You're right, of course. I can be a stiff-necked old dwarf, but it's time to set aside grievances that were long ago repaid. When dwarves, men, and elves fought together at Erebor, we overcame legions of foes. But we face a far more terrible enemy in the Dark Lord. Standing together against Agandaur may be more than just a good idea. It may be our only hope to save the North.
We must not forget the Great Eagles. They have been a great help to us, just as they were to you and your companions.
Well spoken. Thorin's quest and the Battle of Five Armies would have met disaster without the help of the Eagles. You're fortunate to have gained the friendship of such noble creatures. Your life may well depend upon your choice of friends, whatever kindred they be.
Sauron's attention will be focused largely on the south. Perhaps if we thwart his plans here, it will distract him. That could benefit Frodo and the Fellowship on their quest.
That's my thoughts upon the matter, too. Be the stinging fly in the ointment, as it were. Only this fly's sting will be deadly. And it's time to be about your business. Goodbye, and good luck to you.
Cool, cool. You do seem like Gimli's dad. Ah, Bilbo. Yeah, I think Bilbo's the last guy we have to talk. Actually, I didn't even explore over there. I think that's Arwen. This is going to be a very talking-heavy sort of video. Is that... No, that might be Arwen. Oh my gosh, there's so many people to talk to.
Hello, you are one of the Dunedain, are you not? Please allow me to introduce myself. Bilbo Baggins at your service.
Eredon, at yours.
Always happy to meet one of the Guardians of the North. I've heard about what you and your friends did to help my Frodo and the Dunedain reach Rivendell safely. You'll have to tell me all about it one of these days so I can write it all down properly.
He kind of sounds like the actor as well.
Tell me about Frodo. Is he your son?
Oh no, he's not my son. Actually, he's my first cousin once removed. And also my second cousin once removed. Well, it's complicated, but we share a great-grandfather. The poor lad was orphaned at an early age, and so I adopted him. Made him my heir, all nice and legal, while simultaneously dashing the greedy hopes of my odious relations, the Sackville Baggins. He's a good lad, Frodo. I only wish he hadn't inherited my troubles along with my estate. I hope that Gandalf and the Dunedain will keep him safe in the days ahead.
Frodo becoming the hero because he's an orphan like every other hero. Hilarious. We got so many questions to ask.
The Dunedain. In the Elvish, that signifies man of the West. One of my people.
Yes, indeed, but when I say it, I mean Aragorn, of course. The Dunedain, he is often called here. A remarkable man, Aragorn, and a good friend. I almost wish that I could accompany him on his grand quest, but I'm far too old for adventures now. I only hope I will be spared long enough to write it all down.
Spoiler alert, I think you do. That's how we get the Hobbit.
Can you tell me how Frodo came to be in possession of the Ring of Power?
Well, yes, that was through me, I'm afraid. I found the ring by happenstance while lost beneath the roots of the Misty Mountains. I won it. That is to say, I took it from the creature Gollum. Of course, I did not know the full story of the ring until only a few days ago. I thought it was merely a magical bauble with the power to make the wearer invisible. I only used it to avoid unwelcome visitors. Imagine that old ring of mine causing such a fuss. I would gladly take charge of it again if that would help. Oh, yes. Gladly. Yes. You know, I think it would be best if we discussed something else.
Yeah, you're getting a little creepy there, buddy.
Now you call Rivendell your home?
Well, the Shire will always be my home, I suppose. But this is the perfect place for so many things that I'm more than content to remain here. My days are mostly filled with my writing now.
What is it you write?
Oh, a little of this and a little of that. History, my past adventures, family trees. I've even begun a book of translations from the Elvish. Although lately I've been working on poetry mostly. Say, maybe you could help me with that. I'm writing a poem for Aragorn and I'm a bit stuck on a line or two.
I don't know if we're much of a poet, but sure.
Is that so? Well then, let me hear what you have.
Very well, very well. The verse that's giving me trouble runs like this. Ahem. The light from the west is rekindled. Forth from Imladris it springs. Renewed is the hope that has dwindled.
I don't even have to read the rest. It's to challenge the Lord of the Rings.
The light from the west is rekindled. Forth from Imladris it springs. Renewed is the hope that has dwindled. To challenge the Lord of the Rings.
Hey now, that's not bad, no. Maybe I can work with that. You missed your calling, my friend. Perhaps you should put down your weapons and take up a pen.
Yeah, I don't think a pen's gonna stop Sauron.
One day, perhaps. But for now, we have more need of warriors than poets.
Oh, I'm afraid you're right, but since these old hands are not much use with the sword, I'll just keep on with the pen. Though I'll need some help. Perhaps you could show this to the Lady Arwen. She has her people's gift with words, and this touches her deeply after all.
I must be on my way.
I know who Arwen is because I'm about to go talk to her right now. No, I'm not. I'm going to be talking to... You know, elves kind of look the same. It's kind of hard for me to tell. You know, they're not humans after all.
Welcome, Dunedain. Welcome to Imladris. Are you in need of anything to help you in your travels? I have many things in my keeping that might serve you well.
Yes, let us just ask some questions for lore purposes.
Where is that?
Your pardon, this is Imladris, the
Hey,
house
we're
of
stupid.
Elrond Half-Elven. We who dwell here call it by that name, but it is more commonly known as Rivendell.
We should know that already, yes. Who lives here? Tell me about Elrond. Who are you? We know who lives here, so let's just move on to Elrond.
What can you tell me about Elrond?
To tell you everything I know of Master Elrond would take many days. Let it suffice to say that he is an elven lord of great and noble lineage, ancient beyond mortal reckoning, and wise beyond measure. None are more skilled as a healer, or more versed in the lore of ages past.
Is Rivendell safe?
Your home seems so serene. I assume it is kept so by strength of arms?
This is a place of learning and peace, not a fortress or camp of war. But there are those here who wield great power, especially the Lord Elrond. Yet even he does not have the strength to overthrow the Dark Lord, or to resist him if he comes against us with great strength.
Thank you for your welcoming words, but I do not believe I've had the pleasure.
No, indeed. I am Alare, one of Master Elrond's stewards. I help to manage the needs of his household, including arms and armor. I suspect you might have need of such things.
I'm getting mixed signals here because first you say this is a place of peace and learning, and now you're saying you're the one managing armor and weapons? Absolutely. Show me what you got. We will be selling first. We have plenty of things to sell, actually. I'm not selling my two-handed just yet, in case we do go back to it. We'll keep one stronghold set. One does one more damage. Or one more defense and has better durability. So we'll keep that one. Great bow. Oh my gosh, we've got to equip this, did we? I think so. We got to equip that. This is better. It's a masterwork. But once again, it's not adamant. I'm really hoping we can buy or fill out our sets more. Maybe we can buy some set stuff from her. Let's see. Oh, what is this? Warlord. It's not for me because it is champion only. Who's the champion? It says dwarf, so I guess that means it's for Farin. Rune marked elf shoulders. Masterwork quality. 3 dexterity and 25 power. Dang, that's pretty strong. Ooh. I gotta check. Do we have any special? We have Dragonfire. Right. Well, I suppose I could hold on to Dragonfire right now as it's not giving me any buffs at the moment. I think it would be awesome if we just do normal fire damage with whatever weapon we have. We do got a good amount of money too, so yeah, let's buy this. Really, no necklaces here? I would have thought the elves would have been all about that. Rivendell Hawkboat. That looks really cool. But it's not part of the Adamant set. But then again, look how much freaking defense it does. Maybe I just gotta give up on the Adamant set, you know? 29 Van Braces. Bright Flame. Steel Health. Requires 18 will, gives us 20 health. How much will do we have right now? I don't know. I don't think we're that far off, though. Finally crafted artisan legs. Why do you guys not have any set stuff to buy? Come on. Oh, there we go. Stronghold. We're going to have a stronghold boots. And that's not better. Okay. I wish I could compare it to what I'm wearing now. I'm saving the Dragonfire still. But gosh darn, does that look awesome. Okay, so if I get rid of Adamant, I lose 30 health. But I gain 32 defense, and I look way cooler. How much health do we have now? Does it tell us? I wish it would tell me how much. Okay, here we go. I got 277. And if I put this on, I got 307. I'm not sure how armor works, but we can try this out for now. Also got to equip the better bow. That fits our whole persona a lot better. Nice. All right. Wow. You know, I thought the elves would have had better stuff. I mean, they got some good stuff, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the Rangers had more for us, but that also makes sense because they're men. You know? I just realized we sold a shield. We probably should have held on to that if we're going one-handed. Okay. Is this Lady Arwen? It is.
Magovanen, well met and welcome to the safe haven of Imladris.
Magovanen, Lady Arwen. It is a great honor.
The Dunedain are always welcome here. You have endured great danger and given us urgent warning of a new threat to the north. For this, we honor you, Eridan.
It is my duty as a ranger, nothing more. I am glad to be of service to my Lord Aragorn.
You show the modesty worthy of a hero. Estelle and my brothers have spoken highly of your courage at Fornost. and I thank you for your part in seeing to my brother's safe return. Please, take your ease and rest a while in our halls. You will find all your heart could desire, whether it be food, drink, song, or storytelling.
Why does she kind of remind me of Anne Hathaway? You know, it's not Arwen in my mind.
Estelle. The name means hope. But who is this Estelle you spoke of?
Forgive me. I forget that not all the Dunedain know of this. Estelle was the name given to your chieftain, Aragorn, as he grew up in Imladris.
She calling us stupid? She's 100% right.
It is a good name. How did he come to be known as Estelle?
As a ranger, you must know of the practice of bringing the child of a chieftain to Imladris to be fostered. But you may not know how great the danger was at the time. Aragorn was but 2 years of age when his mother, Gilrain, brought him here after his father was slain by an orc arrow, Isildur. Elrond became like a father to him. Knowing the enemy sought ever for a living heir of Isildur, he renamed the boy Estelle to keep his true name and lineage hidden. Aragorn was 20 before Elrond revealed these things to him and gave him tokens of his heritage. But he remains Estelle to me, for he is my heart's hope, even as he is the hope of the Dunedain.
How old were you? That's the question.
The Dunedain are not given to idle gossip, but I have heard that you pledged yourself to Aragorn. It would be a joyous thing if true.
Long ago, I pledged myself to him beneath the golden boughs of Lothlorien, saying to him, "Dark is the shadow, and yet my heart rejoices, for you, Estelle, shall be among the great, whose valor will destroy it." Yet there is much pain in this choice, for I am Elrond's daughter and half-elven. To cleave to Estelle, I must forsake my immortal life and become mortal, accepting the bitter with the sweet. Even should Imladris endure this war, Elrond will leave Middle-earth, and we will be parted beyond the end of the world. It is the price I must pay to bring love and hope to Estelle, to Aragorn.
Would that I had the leisure to enjoy the peace of Imladris. But Elrond has asked me to scout the Ettenmoors. My companions and I must leave as soon as may be.
Then I will not keep you, but we may be of service to one another. I am helping my father brew a potion known as Miraval. One sip of Miraval can renew heart and soul, and bring new vigor to weary limbs. I am in short supply of certain rare ingredients that may be found in the Ettenmoors. If I gave you a list of the ingredients, perhaps you could bring any you find while carrying out your mission. With enough ingredients, I will return the favor by brewing an extra flask that you may have for your own use.
I mean, if it's just a sip to help us feel better, we could use that multiple times, right?
Gladly, Lady Arwen. That is a generous offer. Should I find what you require, I will return to you once my mission is complete.
Sick. I like that a lot. I don't know how I'm feeling about our armor. I mean, it looks nice, but at the same time, it's not really giving off ranger vibes. I kind of wish we could have taken off our hood, you know, so we could see our character's face a little bit better, but no. And also, is there a way for me to respec? Because as great as this sword is, we kind of chose two-handed. Okay, we've got Elrond here. Please tell me he's the last guy I can talk to. Like, I like the lore, but my goodness, it is nearly an hour now. And there's Aragorn as well. Okay. 2 more people, and we should be done here. This is just like the movies. Holy cow, look at that. Surprised Boromir's not stalking in the shadows. I will talk to you in a second, Aragorn. I do want to talk to Elrond first.
Greetings to you, Eradan. I am pleased to welcome you to my home. I had heard your name spoken with praise by Aragorn even before these recent events. You have more than proven the value of his judgment. The Dunedain are often our guests here in Imladris, but I would be pleased if you would consider this house as your home whenever you may have need of it. But I gather you are here for more than an exchange of pleasantries. Do you have questions for me?
He doesn't sound anything like his actor. Oh, I found a scroll, right.
I found this scroll at Fornost. I thought it best to bring it to your attention.
A wise decision. This is writ in the black speech of Mordor, a language I will not utter here. It is intended to instruct the reader in the use of dark sorceries.
If there is power to be gained from this scroll, should we not make use of it
You sound like
ourselves?
Boromir right now.
Have a care, Dunedain. You tread on dangerous ground when you harbor such thoughts. This, like all works of the enemy, is altogether evil. Any who make use of this, even from a desire to do good, will only be corrupted by it. Surely the ring has taught us that much.
Man, we're making a fool out of ourselves in front of Elrond.
What is the Black Speech?
A language devised by Sauron when he desired a single tongue to be spoken by all who serve him. He had small luck introducing it to the scattered tribes of orcs and trolls, but it is still used by his highest-ranking servants.
Did bro literally just call Sauron Soren? Who are you?
Then it is good that we captured this from the enemy before it could cause further harm. What will become of it?
I will destroy this scroll at the very least. But wait, here I discover more. Listen to what is written herein. Scribed by the hand of Agandaur, disciple of the great Lord Sauron, for the empowerment of his servant Wulfrun and those others of his faithful who prove worthy. I will speak no more of these blasphemies, but it does say that this scroll is one of 7 such works.
Oh, great. So we just got to find 6 more, right?
7 at the time of this writing. But could it be that Agandaur has created more since?
Perhaps, but creating something of this nature is not a matter of simple scribing. Considerable preparation and effort is involved. We have reason to hope there are no more than 7.
So 6 more remain. Perhaps we can capture them as well.
That would be a great service to our cause. Should you recover them all, bring them to me, and I will ensure they are destroyed.
This is sounding like 7 rings, you know?
Why not destroy any I find immediately? Burn them or tear them to shreds.
You will find that works of this sort are not so easily destroyed.
They are literally 7 rings.
There are strong wards placed upon them that protect them from mundane harm. But I have the necessary skill to remove these wards. Should you gather the remaining scrolls, bring them to me, and I will see them destroyed.
I will be certain to do so.
In the meantime, please accept this in appreciation for bringing this matter to my attention. Perhaps it will be of service to you in your travels.
Ooh.
Thank you and farewell for now.
A choice reward. We're getting a lot of these. Potions? What is it? Retribution. Enemies will strike the player are injured. Powerful shooting. Efficiency. Temporarily benefits when consumed. Power cost 8%. Okay. Dang it, I was hoping there was like a respec potion. That's so freaking lame. Is there no way to respec in this game? Because I feel like dual wielding is really strong. Dang it.
Eradan, I am glad of this chance to speak with you. I wish to tell you how proud I am of all you have accomplished.
Thanks, Dad.
Halbarad has taught you well, and your acts of courage honor the memory of our brothers who fell at Sarn Ford. Knowing I have the loyalty of such men strengthens my resolve.
I would like to know more about those chosen to be part of your fellowship.
Who is it that interests you?
Oh, man, he's giving us options? Boromir, where is he?
What about this man of Gondor, the one called Boromir? If he hails from Gondor, then he is one of our long-sundered kin. But what else do you know of him?
Boromir is the son of Denethor, the steward of Gondor. I had never met him before Elrond's council, but long years ago, under another name, I served his grandfather Ecthelion. The men of Gondor are valiant and strong, and by all accounts Boromir is foremost among them in courage and skill at arms. I suspect we will have need of his sword before our quest is through.
I've always loved that name, Ecthelion.
What about these other hobbits? Is it wise to send so many of the little folk on this quest?
We are asking much of Frodo. Until recently, he had never set foot outside the confines of the Shire. It will be a comfort for him to have the familiar companionship of his friends and kin in the face of so much that will be new and frightening. I have traveled with these hobbits, and they proved far more courageous and hardy than many would suspect.
Tell me about the wood elf, Legolas.
It is fitting that we have a representative of the Eldar, the elves, along with us on this venture. They have been foes of Sauron since before the ancestors of the Dunedain first returned to the shores of Middle-earth. Legolas is keen of eye and ear, and he is unmatched as a bowman. His arrows seldom miss their mark.
What can you tell me of the dwarf Gimli?
I have spent little time among dwarves, but Gimli is one of Durin's folk, and the dwarves of that line are trusted by Elrond, in spite of the differences that sometimes divide elves and dwarves. If Gimli is like most of his kin, he will prove loyal and stout-hearted, enduring in hardship and fierce in battle.
What about Gandalf? What can you tell me of him?
To know all there is to know of Gandalf would require a lifetime study. There is much about him that remains a mystery, even to me. Yet he is a relentless foe of Sauron, and without his vigilance, the ring would already be in the hands of the enemy. His wisdom and leadership will be of great value to the Fellowship.
We're about to get let down so hard right now.
I feel I should accompany you on your quest. Let me go south with you.
The Ring-Bearer's companions have already been chosen, and I will not gainsay the wisdom of Elrond and Gandalf in this matter. I know it is hard for you to remain behind, but until now you have always dedicated yourself to protecting the people of the North. I would ask you to continue to do so, for the servants of the enemy are found in many places, not in Mordor alone.
There are times I wonder why we do it. We have little enough thanks from those we protect.
Need I answer that? You do it because you know it is right. The North would have known little peace but for us. What roads would any dare travel? What safety would there be in these lands if we had abandoned our self-appointed duty? And too, you do it because of your faith in my line, and in me. You and the others believe that I am the rightful king of the lost realm of Arnor, and it is the duty of a king to protect his subjects. I know it is in your heart, Eredan. You are one of the king's men, even if the king has no throne. Never believe that I am not grateful for such devotion. I will do all I can to justify your faith.
You go now to claim your rightful place as the King of Gondor.
Above all, I go to help Frodo fulfill his quest. For unless the ring is destroyed, Gondor will soon fall, king or no king.
I gather you had never heard of Agandaur before these recent events.
I had never heard nor dealt with Agandaur specifically, but I know his kind. Years ago, I served in disguise in the armies of Gondor, where I contended with the corsairs of Umbar, who were often led by those akin to Agandaur. These black Númenóreans are a corrupt and wicked race. They worship Sauron as a god and seek the utter destruction of all who oppose him.
You have traveled a great deal. Is there anything you can tell me of the Ettenmoors?
Only that it is a dangerous and unforgiving place. My own grandfather Arador was slain by trolls in the Ettenmoors. It is important we learn if the enemy is active in the moors, but we do not send you there lightly. Be on your guard at all times while you venture there.
Good luck to you.
All right. Well, I think that is the last person that we can talk to in Rivendell, which is amazing. Jeez, we got a little earful there, but I learned a lot, which is very nice. And Rivendell is quite beautiful. But I think we are finally ready to get on out of here to the Ettenmoors. I don't know where my companions are. Oh, there they are. All right, guys, let us get out of here.
This is rough country, no mistake. But so far, we've seen no sign of trouble.
But the moors stretch on for many leagues. It would be easy to miss something in these rugged crags and valleys.
Let us continue the search, but be wary. More than one ranger has been lost in these wild lands.
All right. Well, I think this is a good place to end this episode. We can continue on in the Ettenmoors in the next. But if you like what, ladies and gentlemen, you want to see more content such as this, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. But until then, I shall see you in the next episode.
NubsGang, rise up, we're breaking through.